What up, my freaks? RuinusInsight here with part 6 of my Total Warhammer 3 Valkia the Bloody Immortal Empires campaign. So as we saw last time, after many a turn chasing down Sigvald, we did manage to catch him, destroying his army after a nice little duel between him and Valkia as well, where Valkia came out very much ahead, and then promptly took the Fortress of the Damned and thereby vassalized the Aghole faction. This is our, fifth vassal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 5th vassal, looking pretty good. Hopefully that is enough vassals to take on Nar, though it does look like the latter is doing pretty well for himself. We'll see about that. We do have 2 stacks moving around with Hellebrand and her little mini stack here near Nar, though I suppose who wins this will depend on who moves first. If he does, he'll just destroy them both individually, but if they move first, they do have a slightly bigger chance. We'll see. I am curious. Otherwise, if they both die, we may have to send an army back here to deal with this ourselves, which, well, we need to begin to start building. So first of all, I did notice that our warband recruitment now has an aspiring champions unit available, which we do want to get in here, and we'll probably want to trade to Valkia as well, mostly because they now have the Revel in Slaughter passive ability, which is a passive buff to everybody around them, and +8 melee attack and leadership is not a horrible buff, especially since it does seem that the Khorne units do they do like to get various buffs on them, in addition to others. Plus we got other buffs coming in from Cormac and from our Chaos Sorcerer and probably other units as well. Hopefully we could keep stacking those, and then later on we'll get a War Shrine as well to buff them up further. Anyway, I guess the question will be, who are we going to swap out with the aspiring champions? I really don't want to get rid of the Flesh Hands, but I also feel like we've got a decent amount of Chaos Warriors, and I don't want to have less of them. You know what, I might have to give that some thought. In the meantime, this army does need to be built up. You know what, let's get a couple Chaos Trolls in here, start evolving them to regular Chaos Trolls. Just gotta be careful with our cash, but for now we're okay. At least 1 more Marauder, and let's say 2 Marauder Horsemen. Alrighty, and there we go. That's near a full stack. If we can get an Exalted Hero in here, this will be maxed out. And we do want to get an Exalted Hero. I suppose we could get something else in here in the meantime, but we're okay for now. Too bad that our allies can't provide us any artillery as yet, though we could, I suppose, build some Dark Shards. Let's start leveling the units first, and then we'll deal with it afterwards. Plus, it's nice to have a second army actually be viable. And you know what? We could put Wulrich Woemaker into this army temporarily while he gains some levels, because he's a better fighty sort of wizard than Kuchar is, I think, because, well, this guy's kind of built towards it, and Kukhar's built to be more of a field agent between the Corruptor trait and the Oppressive Force trait. And all we have to do is successfully carry out an action, we'll get both wound and block army. Yeah, so it seems like this Kuchar is going to be following our armies around and probably stealing tech and wounding and blocking and all that sort of good stuff. Anyway, we'll see about that. Harald, do you need to move out? We probably want to grab the Remnants of Battle, but you know what? Maybe that's a good idea, because you can protect the Fortress of the Damned in the meantime. Alright, well then just stay here as close to the fortress as you can, especially if you're going to grab Wulrich. And we probably want to destroy the Palace of Princes as well. We don't want them taking stuff belonging to this faction, so we'll probably send Valkia to kill them, and then loop around to grab the Silver Tower of Sorcerers, and then move all the way over here to grab the Crag faction to become ours. Alrighty, that's a plan. Gonna ignore the skill points for now, but we'll deal with them later. There's an outpost available, but you know what, let's save the money for now, until we get a few more battles going. Also would love to fight Nar, but he's a little bit far right now, and we've got vassals to vassalize. Now, let's see what happened here. I can't tell. Where's Nar? Looks like Khorne Hellebrand's armies might both be dead.
Your lifeless corpse shall be dedicated to the Blood God.
Correct. Again. It'll be dedicated to the Blood God. Again. Peace treaty, ignore that. We're not going to peace out with you, buddy. And they couldn't have both just outright destroyed each other, could they have? I feel like Nar probably won the fight. Where is he? Let's see. We've got armies here. Khorne Hellebrand's army. Oh, no. Morgula survived. It just seems like Khorne Hellebrand died. Alrighty, well, we'll have to keep an eye on this nonsense. Ooh, Hag Grief's potentially under threat, though they are building an army up as well. Nah, I think we'll be fine. Ally construction outpost begin. That's swell for said ally. Valkia gained a rank while sitting in this territory. Great for Valkia. And Valkia, you are gonna move out. Though, once again, do we want to maybe swap a unit in to get those aspiring champions buffing us up? This seemed like a good time to grab that unit. But yet again, I'm not sure who we would take out. We could take out one of the Chaos Warriors of Khorne, but that would only leave us with 6, which is a little bit disappointing. Though I suppose we could always get another one in here later on. It certainly lessens our melee line, but this army was never going to have just melee. It was going to have a pretty massive cavalry knight force, which I would like to keep to 6. Eventually, the 2 Hounds of Khorne are going to get replaced by Bloodthirsters, or maybe we replace these 2 with Bloodthirsters. And then we got to get a Chaos Warshrine of Khorne in here as well. You know what? Take out one of the Chaos Warriors of Khorne, and then we'll see afterwards. Valkia, grab those aspiring champions. For the buff, if nothing else. And yeah, you get a high-level Chaos Warriors of Khorne for your trouble. Good for you, I guess. Huh. Yeah, keep it. I was about to say we could side grade them, but they lose their XP that way, so that doesn't actually help us in any way. Okie dokie. Then, Valkia. You can't get the Palace of Princes in a single turn, and I assume you won't be able to raid it, will you? You need 50% or something for raiding? No, 25. Okay, so go right here. I always feel bad when the faction really likes us to just suddenly attack them like this, but gotta do what you gotta do. Right there, and raiding, please. Very nice, very nice. Huddled you with your brand new Chaos Warriors of Khorne. Now, do we want to maybe upgrade at least one of these guys? Yeah, you know what? Let's have you upgraded. Warband upgrade to a regular Chaos Warrior. For now.
Even here, Khorne's fury is
and then I think these 3 are just going to get upgraded to regular types, mostly because we need like a bank of aspiring champions for various armies, and it's going to take a while to level them. So these guys will be leveling up to regular Chaos Chosen. Maybe we'll get a 4th one in here, but we'll see. Army might be good as it is. Also, the Marauder Horsemen, I think they're just going to become Khorne Marauder Horsemen, A, because they're just plain better, and B, because there's no real need to go for non-Khornate Chaos Knights, or at least I don't see any need. I guess if we want non-Khornate Gorebeast Chariots, but then why? Yeah, you know what? Just go for the Khornate ones. Khornate, and then Khornate, more armor piercing, and plus those axes are on fire, and frankly, fire axes are better than non-fire axes. Alright, well this army is ready to go more or less. Now let's put Wulrich Woemaker in there. Both of you. And then you are probably going to be able to auto-resolve this Remnants of Battle, though let's level you up just in case we actually have to fight it. Chaos Vanguard for you, max that out. And then the Chaos Sorcerer. Scouting, definitely max that out. And, well, we probably want the Area Glittering Robe. And while we do want Plague of Rust, we could grab Ruinous Wrath. Or the armor. Ooh, more armor. If you're going to be on a Chaos War Shrine, the armor is going to be very valuable since you will lose 40. Even with Iron Skin, that's a considerable armor loss. You know what, I'll think about it. Let's just get Glittering Robe maxed out for now so we can keep spamming it. Though I suppose in this army we could in theory just use spells because this isn't Valkia's army. Khorne isn't watching this one nearly as closely. Alrighty, let's go to the Remnants of Battle, at least briefly. And okay, there isn't actually any battle. Okay, here, let's just go Sunken Chest then. And we got a trunk of maps as well as a free sword. Swell for us, but afterwards I guess you're going to go back to our own territory relatively shortly. Valkia, we can postpone leveling you until after we fight all this, so we shall do that. Also got to keep an eye on, aha! Sigvald has his own Cormac, who's moving around and will probably try to set sail to sea and go after our Fortress of the Damned, though I think Harald can hold him off without too much trouble. One of those nice things about having that second army. Let's also double check whether we can do anything interesting here. No upgrades. Not as yet. Though I'm sure eventually. Okie dokie. Well, I believe that's another end turn before we attack then. I'm just double checking that Alethanar is not here and I definitely don't see him. Though Khorne Hellebron also doesn't appear to be rebuilding her stuff. Huh. Also, I don't like how the Skaven are moving up here. Hopefully they don't take Iron Frost. Mung, please don't make us do this for you. Do we have to tell you what to do? Occupy target, wait, defend target. Can we tell you to defend Iron Frost? We could try to tell them to directly attack the Skaven here. Though Malekith is nearby. You know what, let's leave it as it is for now. We'll leave them to their own devices. If we have to manually deal with them later, then we'll manually deal with them. Also, where are you going?
Tribesmen, gather.
To Shagrath. Okay, that doesn't really tell me anything, to be honest. Let's skip the rest of this. Outpost available, rather, included, and then head to the Palace of Princes with a sudden attack. And oh, Malus Darkblade is here as well. Okay, huh. All right, I am very curious to see what traits we might acquire by defeating these guys. And where did that Sigvald army go? Oh, hey, it's Throg. You want a non-aggression pact? I can't help but wonder if it's possible to vassalize Throg in some way. He's strength rank 1. Wow. You know, I somehow doubt that it's possible. Let's just trade with him for now, though. Oh. No, we're gonna have to declare war on him. He's gonna be taking all these dark, he's gonna be taking all these dark fortresses in Norsca and vassalizing factions. Damn, Throg. That ain't so great. Yeah, no, sorry. Strength rank 1 or not, we're gonna have to destroy you for that. Path to Glory unlocked for Wulric. New plague among us. Some Khornate corruption, though that isn't a huge deal right now. And yes, indeed, it does look like Cormac is sailing. Oh man, there's 3 armies out here. Okay, well, it looks like we're gonna have some work for Harald as he tries to hold, eh? Okay, well, Valkia, you got your work cut out for you. Let's move to Fortress of the Damned. You should be able to hold it just fine against those stacks, though it'll depend on whether they just sail on by and go to Shagrath, for example, which will be much more irritating. Skaven can't be sighted anymore, though it looks like Malekith has taken Shroktak Mount, which is great for him. And also, how's our vassal tribute? 2600, though it'll drop back down once our buff is gone. Just want to see if there's upgrades available. There is not. You, Valkia. You should be able to auto-attack and auto-resolve the destruction of this place. And I assume they won't give it to us. I mean, we could leave them alive, but the thing is... Oh, hello. I'm gonna auto-resolve this little man-blight tribe to death as well. In a second, just for the XP and the money. But, wait. You know what, maybe we fight this just manually, just for fun, just to watch the slaughter, but, I'm just thinking if there's any reason to actually leave this faction alive or not. Did they lose their other army? No, it's still out there. It's interesting. So it could be raiding, like, right here and ready to try to retake the Palace of Princes. But there's exotic animals there, so that could be helpful for us. Damn it, fine.
Sword Maiden of the Blood.
No damn it about it. Also, let's attack Borgor. He's not at war with anybody. So we'll just destroy this little faction. Mostly because I don't like Beastmen in general. In the sense that they'll just rage you and annoy you, and it's better to just destroy them. Alrighty, attack this. Plus it's free money. Probably a considerable amount. Yeah, just for fun, let's quickly fight this. I wish we could steal their Cygor, though. Just, like, tame the Cygor and force it to follow us. But since we can't, we'll probably just send Valkia to personally kill it. In fact, this is one of those situations where we might benefit from using our Vanguard deployment to just hit the enemy very quickly. Also, we should probably upgrade at least the 2 Chaos Warriors to Chosen now, especially since we have a lot less of them. Anyway, Valkia, you're gonna Vanguard deploy close as you can to attack that Cygor. And oh, that's a nice Khornate looking Cygor too. Well then, that's a shame. Because we're gonna kill them all. But once again, I don't want them raiding our territory. You guys are gonna be like so... No, actually, you'll get hit by enemy Ungors like that. Be careful. Let's send you all up. Dulax is right behind you, and then you guys in the back. Knights to go around. Like so. Let's say group 3. Oh, you can't Vanguard deploy, can you? Oh well. Alright, well, let's make you guys a separate group. Let's say group 4. Actually, all of you, because you also can't Vanguard deploy. You guys, however, can, so group 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then you can actually travel with the Knights then. Alright, good enough. Start battle. We're just gonna watch this after we tell everybody to attack. You guys go after those Minotaurs, you guys just move on in, and Valkia, you're the one who's good the Cygor is gonna go after. Well, that's great for the Cygor. Alright, let's go immediate Sword of Anti-Heroes and immediate Demonic Strength, and then tie that Cygor up. Everybody else attack, and, what are you guys doing? What are you guys doing? I told them to attack the Minotaurs. Oh, okay, they've stopped. Okay, I thought for a second that they were trying to go into melee, and I didn't like that. You know what? Back off until the rest of your army gets here. And, oh, there are enemies here, so let's actually manually charge them then. Chaos Knights shouldn't have too much trouble. In fact, we should pop them into the middle of the Skull Crusher so that they can buff both units ideally. Right. Wait for it. Wait for it. Alright. Good enough. And then Fleshhounds, I guess you can help out. Valkia, how you doing back there? Oh, the Cygor separated himself. Well, it's okay, the rest of our units are coming in. You know what? Go into melee, turn off skirmish mode, and charge in. And honestly, I forgot about the rest of these units because they were so far away. Valkia, at least you're fighting a massive blob of enemies. That's nice. Let's get that damage resistance and use Fight or Die. And let's watch you fight a little bit. We'll try to get a proper cinematic battle after this. There are 3 armies, as we saw nearby. Ooh, nice kill for that Minotaur. I'm sure Khorne appreciates this fight. Some Khorne-devoted Beastmen. Would have been appropriate to tame that Cygor, perhaps, though. I wonder how Khorne would feel about the Cygor. You guys do this. Oh, wow, the Lord got basically obliterated. And, oh, damn. Swords of Chaos, you guys got badly hurt by Ungor spears? Huh, interesting. Alrighty, let's help them out a little bit with our knights while our Fleshhounds take care of the Ungor raiders. The enemy army also ran away, so they will be dead shortly. As in, we don't have to chase them down, they'll just all be dead. Somebody has to go after that Cygor, though. You know what? Glittering Robe. Oh, we don't have the, buff on it. Oh, well. Alright, battle should be over any second now. Knights, let's say one of you give the chase, and then one of you give chase to this. There we go, and now we're basically done. I find it very rude that that Cygor wasn't attacking us. Anyway, battle's over, and the enemy is dead. Let's just heal Valkia to full with the regenerating flesh for a couple seconds. And good. Let's see how much cash we got out of this. See if this was worth our time. It certainly wasn't a difficult one. Oh wow, 162 and 134 kills. The Swords of Chaos certainly got a lot less kills, smashing into those Ungor spearmen. Interesting. Better limit the amount of regular Chaos Knights we use compared to those Skull Crushers. Despite the cost difference being relatively negligible, I think the Skull Crushers are only 50 more expensive. It's surprising, considering they all attacked an identical unit. You know what, I'm gonna keep on testing that just to see. Oh, got a free war banner. The rewards were nothing crazy, but the souls are at least worth our time.
Accept death.
Let's grab those souls, and then we will head for the Palace of Princes next. Which I guess we will want... Yeah, faction destroyed Man-Blight tribe. We're going to want to sack this before occupying it, I think. Yeah, and sorry to you, but we are indeed going to declare war on you. Despite this actually being kind of helpful to you guys. Also, Malus, are you fighting these guys? No. You're not fighting. Huh, interesting. You would have thought that Malus would be fighting them by virtue of just bordering them altogether. Also, if Malus sets sail, I might have to send Valkia to follow him, because that just sounds like a fun fight to me. The Glare War, sorry.
Spill blood for Khorne.
And obviously auto-resolve that garbage little, let's do that. That garbage little garrison. A little bit of damage on us. And, oh, huh. If we wanted to, we could subjugate the Slaaneshi faction. Oh, that's interesting. You know, I hadn't considered that. Another little vassal. Palace of Princes. I mean, it might never get very strong, but it... You know what? I'm gonna do this. Why the heck not? I was going to sack this, but you know what? I just out of curiosity, to see whether this is worth our time. Sundancer's got a full stack, though she will obviously die here shortly. But why not? Also, did that take all of our movement? It did not take all of our movement either. Well, isn't that nice? Because we're going to move up and go for the Silver Tower of Sorcerers. I imagine we can't reach it in one turn, which also means that we probably want to take Blood Mountain. There's iron there, which I would imagine is one of the resources that is good for us. This also means we won't find out what the exotic animals do. I hope that they don't buff Cav, because if they do, well, that's unfortunate. Also, while we're here, I want to see if we can't trade you for that Palace of Ruin. Yes, we can. Settlement, and give us your money while giving us your settlement. Unfortunate for you. Good, province secured, and it's a tier 3 as well. So let's see, spices. Alright, they buff Chaos Trolls, I remember that. Frigid Wasteland. We want to get you Cornate Corrupting. We also maybe want to wait a turn before building stuff. Well, these two are cheap. We'll build the more expensive stuff next turn, I guess. Yeah, we definitely want that Vassal Emissary, because it'll help out. You know what I probably could have done? I probably could have given them Kawark to... Nah, but then these guys should have the entire province. It's fine. It's fine as it is. I'm now second-guessing myself about vassalizing you, but you know what? If they die, they die. How many vassals will we get by the end of this campaign? I'm curious. And how many of them will rebel as opposed to stick around? Also, I did want to perhaps upgrade you two to Chosen of Khorne, rather than regular Chaos Warriors. Although, stats-wise, there's not a huge difference. Although there is a huge difference between you and the, and the Dual Axes. Looks like the Chosen of Khorne with Dual Axes are a lot more tanky. Maybe we leave these two as regular Chaos Warriors and wait to just pop these guys? Maybe that's the way to go. Alright, we'll leave it at that for now. Valkia, you can stick around, not level up for a turn, I guess. I assume that there's no full stack there. Oh, and I just realized if we take Blood Mountain right now, the enemy will probably grab it. So you know what we'll probably do then? We'll probably go directly for the Silver Tower of Sorcerers, then loop back around through Blood Mountain and down here. Though, of course, we could also force our ally to trade it to us. Ah, and now I'm wondering what the medicinal herbs will do for us. Tusks. Damn it. I wish I knew exactly what everything did for us. Like, we know that wine is pretty useless. Marauders +5, probably great in the early game, but otherwise kind of oh, actually, we're still relatively in the early game. Let's just build it. Although, 2,700 money. A full turn of this for... yeah, fine. It's a little bit on the steep side, but what can you do? Eventually, we won't need it. Palace of Ruin, you're good as you are, and you are good as you are as well. Let's skip the rest of this. And let's end the turn, and let's head towards that Silver Tower. Silvered Tower. Alright, Malus, please walk towards Valkia, rather. I was about to say, Malus, please walk towards Malus. Which, sure, but no. And he did destroy that little army, so yeah. Not too much value to that, sadly. Peace treaty, no. Have our vassals keep killing you. I wonder if this faction will ever be able to build anything good, as in... It really depends. They can build Hellstriders and Marauders. We'll see. I also got to point out that it will be Slaaneshi corrupting this territory, which ain't so great now that I think about it. At least we got the Khorne stuff coming back up. Anyway, Valkia, ignoring Blood Mountain. Let's pop you into raiding stance, and let's raid. We got 107 here, probably more at the Silver Tower. And look, they're building up a little army. It'll still be weak and pathetic and not resolvable. But there are more armies down here. And yes, we could have headed towards Malus, but he would have ran. They would have all ran. As we know they like to do. Oh look, Alethanar is still alive. Oh, so I guess he defeated Helebron and then moved away, rather than what I thought he was doing. Interesting. Yeah, we gotta be careful with that. I wonder now where he's going. Although if he's trying to hunt down Valkia, that would actually be pretty great. I'd love to get the fights. Anyway, another end turn. Nothing to do here but possibly build buildings. Actually, you know what? You are now worth building, and so are you, and definitely you. And we'll skip on the spices for now in favor of another Chaos Shrine. And that took a lot of our cash. I'll have to be careful about overdoing it a little bit. Alrighty, well, otherwise looks good to me. And we're gonna end the turn, and we're gonna see what our allies will do, and what our enemies will do here. You know, I'm now suspecting that they're just going to take the Palace of Princes, but... on the other hand, if we had taken the Palace of Princes, then we would have had to abandon it, and what would that have given us? Basically nothing. Oh, damn, Siggy's back up. I'm almost tempted to abandon the Silver Tower plan for a few turns and just ambush here, because look at all these armies nearby. Character experience gain, unit experience gain. It's irrelevant. We've done these before. Probably character experience. Our units are okay right now. You're not able to reach Malus, eh? And these guys aren't allied, are they? No, they're not. They are trading, but they ain't allied. Damn, and I was hoping to fight them. Also, where exactly is Alethanar going? Oh, look, it's Be'lakor. Could he be trying to go for the Fortress of the Damned? Damn, that's a lot of great eagles. Make it tough to defend that, eh? Okie dokie, well, at the very least it'll be interesting. You're actually able to reach the tower, yes? Yes. If you go for Blood Mountain... oh, hello, wait. Oh, I hadn't thought of that. If we go for Blood Mountain, these guys will come in as reinforcements. No, and Malus's army is unfortunately pathetically weak. But even if they do, what exactly does that give us? Yes, we will be able to fight them and kill them all, but we'd still have to go back for the Silver Tower. And we can't reach Malus. Malus is gonna go for the Palace of Princes, which will not defend itself, and this faction will die anyway. So the vassalization, unfortunately, looks like it was pointless. Unless we give up on this and try to move towards Malus, who will run. But you know what he might do? He might sack this place. Then we might kill him and get the defeat trait. Alright, fine. Fine, game. We'll try it your way. I don't know why it's your way, but, well, it is. We're gonna move away from this. We're gonna go into ambush, and we're gonna hope we can get Malus. Just in case a bunch of armies attack us, so let's actually level up here. We have Fight or Die, we have... well, we have the good stuff, basically. War Beasts, Monstrous, and Monster units. I assume that counts Bloodthirsters, but right now we don't need any of that. We may want to get devoted to Chaos for the souls gained. And the sacking settlement buff as well. But for now, let's just make Valkia a stronger fighter. She's gonna focus a little bit on hard to hit and onto Deadly Blade. Those are obviously much more valuable than the charge and the 15 armor. Really should be 30 armor for this particular character.
Gifts for the
I mean, it's a Khorne character. They're all about their armor. And, well, some of them anyway. Oh, you're your Juggernaut now, Cormac. You just got a lot stronger. Let's get you Scarred Veteran and Deadly Onslaught. And you know, Deadly Onslaught would combine nicely with the possibility of getting Chaos Gladiator and Vengeful Scorcher rather than the spell resistance. But another 10%. Oh, it's so tempting. I will continue thinking about it. Let's get you Deadly Blade for now. See how much of a killer you can become. You have unlocked your Path of Glory. So now we have the Scouting, which is at a higher level, and very nice. And let's get Scouting even further up. Let's get you Warrior Wizard for obvious reasons. And I'm not entirely sure about this. Might go for the Ruinous Unity, which is incidentally my favorite kind of Unity, because if you go on your War Shrine, your armor will once again be crippled. And honestly, Ruinous Wrath seems kind of meh. It's pretty easy to give characters magic attacks, because you can simply give them a weapon that gives magic attacks, so it's kind of meh. Alrighty, let's sit like that, and let's see what they do. Let's also see if Philithanar decides to siege the Fortress of the Damned. I'm expecting some nice battles, AI. Come on, give them to us. Alright, Malus, will you go for Othilictress, Duchess of Carnality? Yes, indeed you will. And you will stay in March stance. Oh, Malus, you poor thing. Are you about to die? Peace treaty, Silastra? No, you keep fighting our vassals. You got work to do. Oh, and you're in... Oh, no. These poor factions. They done goofed. And it looks like our ambush might have been foiled at the end there, but too little too late. Oh, it looks like at least those guys ran away. Now, what do we have here? The Wrathful Eye opens. We've drawn the eyes of the gods yet again. Your actions have drawn the attention of Khorne, the angry and wrathful blood god. Prove that you are worthy of his gaze. Until then, he shall grant you a bloody boon. Choose who shall benefit. So, Ruinous the teacher. Meh. 25 unit experience, recruitment cost reduction, Khorne corruption 8 for 5 turns, who cares? Gift of choice, gifts of chaos, activation cost, kinda meh again, and this was pretty good. Those are some nice items. We're gonna go for underlings again, just keep powering everybody up. I love it. Ambush may have been foiled, but it is irrelevant because we're about to fight Malus now, who is kinda hurt. And in fact, I do wonder whether we'd be able to reach Sigvald and Snagar scaling as well. That would be a nice fight. They got 2 full stacks after fighting Malus. Oh, that's exciting. Let's see if we can make that happen. In a second, though. Philithanar is also here, and I do imagine he'll siege, but maybe we can relieve this place. I'd really rather get the fights going and then return to capturing this stuff afterwards. If we can make that happen. Alrighty, well, let's just make sure that we don't have... upgrades such as you, for example. 5,400, a little bit on the expensive side, but where is this incidentally? Palace of Ruin. It's my favorite palace. Dagrex, and ooh, you can go to next level. Though at 9,000 round, that's expensive. Frozen City, okay, you're definitely worth the upgrade. Let's start with you, Loot Heap, and then we'll see what we can afford after these fights, shall we? Begin with Malus. And, you know, we're gonna fight this manually, but we're gonna fight cinematically Sigvald and the other 2 armies. Manually this one, because look at this army, it's pretty weak and pathetic, and it's in March stance. Mostly, I just want to see Valkia face off against Malus. Don't really care about the rest of this. Though I think perhaps we might want to not Vanguard deploy this time, because they do have ranged units and they do have cav. Yeah, let's properly deploy. Alright, like so. We will put you 2 out front, and you 2 here, wait, on the flanks, like so and like so. You 2 all the way back there. Aspiring champions to buff up the Chaos Warriors in the center, and then you 2 out here as well. Oh, you're on your Juggernaut now as well. Valkia, you're going to go right here. You're going to head directly for Malus, and you're going to be in Group 1. What do we have on the sides here? Scourge Runner Chariots and Cold One Knights, eh? Okay, well, you guys can take care of that as a separate group. And then you guys, well, those are Cold One Knights. And these are Cold One Knights as well. Alrighty, fine. Let's charge you and you 2 here. And then you can protect these guys. Alright. That looks good to me. You guys are all going to be Group 2 together. I believe that's everybody. Nope, I forgot the Flesh Hounds. Let's put 1 Flesh Hound on each side. And I know I'm over-preparing here, but it's mostly to try to reduce casualties as we will have to fight next round as well. So that is a consideration. Group 3. Group 4. Group 5. They have no artillery, so we don't have to concern ourselves with that. Group 2, slowly advance towards the enemy. The Valkia fly to, let's say, close to them, but where their range can't reach. You guys get ready to go after those Scourge Runners, though they do have pretty good range, so be careful. You guys approach them as well, like, let's say so. And Knights and other Hounds approach the other Knights and the other Hounds. Like so, speed it up a little bit. And you know what? The enemy's still moving. Valkia, I think it's a good time to go. And everybody else get ready to attack. And Scourge Runners can't reach us. Can they reach these guys? Nope, but you can move forward as well. Valkia's moving. Knights, get ready. Go after those cold ones. Let's move you away, however, Flesh Hounds. Let's have the Knights take care of this. Alright, Valkia has landed, but I'm not worried because she can heal herself. We'll wait for Malus to transform. And we got a Bloodrack Medusa moving in. Alright, you guys can keep fighting. Group 1, or Group 2 rather, charge the main enemy line. Alright, you guys go after those Scourge Runners, and you guys after that Dark Shard unit. I don't know where the enemy Knights went, but wherever they are, they're gonna be dead shortly. Just make sure the Knights aren't attacking our... Ooh, you're getting hurt. Alright, looks good to me. Flesh Hounds charge back into that, and Valkia. Buff yourself. Fight or die, not ready to activate. Hey, Malus, come back here. Don't run. Don't run. Let's get a glittering robe up on everybody here while we're at it. Why not have more armor? And buff yourself with even more demonic strength. How hard do you hit now? Over 1k. Wow, look at those stats. Pretty good considering we're not that deep into the red line. Alrighty, and we're doing good chasing these down. Looks like the Scourge Runners are just about dead, which will mean you guys can switch. Looks like one of our units actually got pretty badly beat up by something. Not entirely sure what, because I was kind of distracted. You know what? I think you all need to go after this. Oh, the halberds are getting wrecked by the range units. Okay, I should have charged them a little bit faster. My bad. Probably should have used our cab to do it. Alright, oh, and I should have used the buff on the Knights. Alright, now we're good to watch the rest of this. If I can spot Malus. Stop running, Malus. There we go. Cormac, you wanna... oh! He's gonna use this spell, eh? Gonna take a little bit of damage here. Huh, looks like our Chaos Sorcerer got kind of hurt. Let's back you up a little bit. Cormac, kill the Bloodrack Medusa, would you? And... Alright, Malus is transformed. We should get the infantry out of here. And so should the caster move. In fact, everybody but Malus, move away. Chaos Sorcerer, run. Yeah, you really got beat up. Valkia, you fight Malus. No, not the Master. Oh, okay, fine. Cormac, come here. You fight the Master, because it looks like they're going to stick around. Everybody else just rip apart their infantry. And the enemy's doing pretty okay. Alright, you know what? Let's send in the... not the swords, but the Knights of the Brazen Throne to help out with the Medusa, as it looks like it's going to keep fighting. And aspiring champions, you want to be part of this, I guess, but no, you know what? It's too easy for you to lose models. I'd prefer you not to do so. Valkia, use fighting, fight or die, whatever it is, and the rest of you, back off, please. You're gonna get damaged, and you're gonna heal Malus. Why, or Malus. Malus. Why must the frickin' Battlefield Gothic guy be named Malus? And ooh, I didn't mean to get you into this. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Well, that ain't so good. Valkia, try to jump on him. You run away. Everybody else stay away, stay away. No other enemy units are alive, right? Yeah. Trying hard to get the duel going. Alright, and as soon as everybody else is dead, I'm just gonna let Valkia and Malus fight. And hey, okay, you guys get out of here, get out of here. Stop coming back. No. Cormac, kill that Bloodrack Medusa and buff yourself up while you're at it. Valkia, you can get a buff though. And get a heal as well. Yeah, my bad about getting the Sorcerer so badly beat up. Hey, why are you guys coming back? You know what? Oh, it's because you grouped up, my bad. That's probably why, or at least I assume it's why. Let's keep attacking that Bloodrack Medusa, and there we go, finally. Took way too much effort. Now you two can fight, while everybody else moves away, right? Yes. Are you kidding me? Get the heck out of here. You're gonna get insta-killed.
For the kill.
He really wants to fight. You know, I gotta give it to him, though. And you're all gonna get damaged by Malus's ability. Yeah. I just need everybody to get the heck away. Just super, super far away. There you go. All that just to get this duel going. We could have just killed him with our elites, but whatever. Alright, Valkia looked around, see if anybody was still there to interrupt the duel, which I approve. And, does Malus gain his vigor while he's exhausted? I do wonder whether he regains his vigor when he transforms. I guess it doesn't matter in this particular case, as he's just about to go. And Valkia's nearly at full HP, and down he goes. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, our army took a little bit of hurt. We're gonna have to be careful with our sorcerer in the next battle, but I'm reasonably happy with the result. And more importantly, we can now fight a proper battle against Sigvald and co. Yeah, hopefully you'll get a little bit tankier when you're on the... Yeah, really you're the only thing that got hurt. Oh, you don't have any items, do you? Yeah, you know what? I should have given him some items, and you know what? We'll do so right now before fighting. Alright, come on now. Alrighty, we got 10k out of it, which will fuel our stuff, and while I would love the money and the souls, I think in this situation we need to heal to full, because we need to keep fighting. Valkia's won and should be able to attack both of these guys afterwards. Beautiful. Enemy killed in battle, Obsidian Amulet I don't care about. Plus 30 armor-piercing damage? Yes, please. Alrighty.
Valkia the Bloody.
The Sorcerer suffered, but, you know, Valkia got a duel out of it, so good. Now, Valkia, you're gonna get Foe Seeker for this fight. And for your items, you're going to replace your Obsidian Lodestone with a Talisman of Preservation, some more ward save, though that'll eventually be replaced by your own items, like your spear for your sword, and etc, etc. Otherwise, there isn't anything to replace, and no ancillaries. In fact, we have, like, no ancillaries to speak of. Okay, that looks good. Next up, Cormac. You have a level up as well, might as well max out your Deadly Blade. And you have the Crown of Everlasting Glory, which you can hold on to. Now, do we use the Armor of Destiny on you, or do we keep the Bronze Armor of Zorak? I like the reduction of contact effects, but the additional ward save could be nice as well. Probably better. Depends on the contact effect. You know what, hold on to this for now, and keep the Crown of Everlasting Glory. Talisman, really, I guess you only have the Obsidian Lodestone. And... hand weapon, we don't have any extra weapons, do we? Well, you can get this cheap Sword of Striking. Oh wait, we have a Talisman of Endurance, and we can Obsidian Lodestone and an Obsidian Amulet. While both of them offer spell resistance, I'd rather fuse them into a Sword of Bloodshed for you. Very nice. Oh, actually, no. Valkia's gonna get that. At least until she gets her spear. She still has magical attack, because she's demonic, so yeah. Nice. Alrighty, just prepping for this fight, and then you get the healing potion. So that you can heal to, well, not full, but heal at the start of this battle. Though that said, the Crown of Everlasting Glory is perma-healing. It may be better to switch this around, just keep you hidden while you heal, although it is considerably slower healing. The battle will definitely last longer than 33 seconds x4, so 2 minutes. You can out-heal this in 2 minutes. Yeah, I'll take it. Let's swap out the Crown of Everlasting Glory between you and Harald for now. And then we'll see about switching it back after. You can have the Armor of Destiny for this. I hope I don't forget, because we're probably going to give the armor to Cormac eventually. And then the Sword of Striking. No ancillaries, but you do get yourself a level. And we could get the Plague of Rust. No, you know what? Evasion. I think in that particular situation, you showed that you did need it. Would have been nice if we could have had the War Shrine for this, but it's okay. Alrighty. Now it's time to get us a cinematic battle, and hopefully a Lethanar fight next time. Let us attack... Who do we want coming in as reinforcements? Probably you, with your giant pile of marauders. Let's go after Siggy. Alrighty, 2 versus 1, low casualties, eh? Interesting, and hopefully this will give us enough XP to level up our Chaos Warriors of Khorne to level 7, I think, which will give them the ability to upgrade to Chosen with dual axes, which is what we want. Anyway, this one we're fighting cinematically, and we're not going to purposely try to get our units hurt just to try to get Valkia a duel, although I will send her directly at Sigvald, unlike last episode, because she doesn't need to go after any hell cannons. Lovely.
Do not fear your own demise, for our master rewards those who fight in loyalty to him.
And will continue to do so, and I certainly think we are going to be deserving of a reward after this episode. I mean, lots of slaughter done and lots more slaughter to come. Of course, our sorcerer remains hurt, but, you know, he's learning. He's learning the ways of Khorne, so it's only fitting that he get a little bit damaged. And on the bright side, because he has the Crown of Everlasting Glory, he will heal up to full, or nearly to full after that healing cap is done. He does heal since the beginning of the battle, so yeah, the entire time. Which is quite lovely. Just gotta make sure that he stays in the center and doesn't take too much damage while healing up. In addition to that, now that I think about it, it's better that the sorcerer got hurt rather than our other regular units, because all of our main heroes and lord, they can all heal themselves via various means. They have regeneration and items in order to do so, whereas none of our units can really heal all that easily. So yeah, it's better to have the heroes damaged and just heal up over time. Anyway, we're gonna start this battle off by moving through the trees towards the enemy while Valkia flies overhead. She's looking for Sigvald to get ourselves another duel. We dueled Malus after all, and now we gotta duel Sigvald properly this time. Last time we fought him, it was in the middle of one of our forces, and this time it will be hopefully just straight dueling. Now, the issue is obviously that while we are engaged with the enemy here, the enemy main host, the enemy reinforcements, which is a full stack of marauders, is gonna come in. On the bright side, their marauders are not nearly as buff as ours, with only 34 melee attack compared to... well, we don't have any regular marauders in this army anymore. I think it was like 60 or 54 or something silly like that because of all the various buffs that they got. So we're looking pretty good in that regard. Otherwise, obviously, the Cav are going to be dueling the enemy Cav and Chaos Warhounds and the enemy chariots, and honestly, we can leave that to them as they pretty much always win that, mostly because of the presence of the Skull Crushers just being able to destroy pretty much anything they damn well please. There we go. These Chaos Warhounds are gonna be dead quite shortly, especially with the superior doggos, the Flesh Hounds, moving in as well. The main battle has also been joined with, unfortunately, our dual axes being engaged with some chariots, though it looks like the chariots are getting kind of wrecked, interestingly enough, and decide to run away. Over in the center, Cormac is leading the charge against those piles of Marauders and Forsaken, and I do imagine that we have the advantage here, though there are some bigger units like these trolls that we will hopefully use our hero to hunt down and destroy. And there we go. Finally, over on this side, we have even more units moving in, including our Hellforged host, which are going to be fighting some Daemonettes here, while Valkia continues to duel Sigvald. Let's see if we can't get an angle on both of them. Alrighty, Aspiring Champions here versus some of those trolls and Daemonettes together, and it looks like Sigvald and Valkia are starting to beat each other up a little bit. And though, of course, we haven't activated our trap card yet, as in we haven't used any of our buffs or healing or anything. And I think we can kill Sigvald and then still be able to get some use out of that. Oh, it looks like Sigvald has called in some reinforcements, some aspiring champions headed not towards the fray, but towards their master, who is now down to fairly low percentage, while Valkia has activated her abilities, regenerating flesh, foe seeker, damage resistance, demonic strength, and fight or die, putting her stats into overdrive, though not yet on the weapon strength over 1000. We'll get there, though. We got more stuff to equip Valkia with, like her spear. And the aspiring champions are in, leaving Sigvald to run the heck away. They open up a little line through their ranks while he retreats. That's adorable, Sigvald. Goodbye, buddy. He's only got 41 HP, so really we could kill him with a couple of throwing axes if we really felt like it, though I do feel like Valkia should probably get the kill. Anyway, in the meantime, the demonettes that had charged in are doing very poorly against our Chaos Warriors and our Hellforged host, and similarly, it seems that the aspiring champions are ripping those trolls apart. I can't wait to see what the aspiring champions will be able to achieve once they have all of our Khorne buffs. Alright, there we go, moving some of those halberds in to help out and just bring those trolls down a little bit faster, while our Hellforged host moves back into the fray, into the center to help out with these other trolls. Unfortunately, most of this fight is in the woods here, so we can't really see too much of what's going on, but at least we can see the glow of the Hellforged host's swords. And I suppose if we were to send in our Marauder horsemen with their burning throwing axes, we could see them through the woods. Ah, you know, it would be really cool to get a battle, like, in a really dark map against the undead, where you could just see, like, the glow of the eyes of the zombies and the skeletons, as well as the glow of, or the burning blades of the bloodletters and the warriors of Khorne. I'm gonna try to make that happen at some point, if it's possible. Anyway, Sigvald's come back, surprisingly. Did he regenerate a bit? Well, it doesn't really matter what he did, because he ain't gonna be around to enjoy it. And oh, a kill animation. Oh, I didn't know you could do that with the lords. Amazing, Valkia. Absolutely amazing. That's definitely my favorite animation with the units on. And I was not aware that you could do it with the lords, but apparently any small model, as long as you kill it. Wow. Oh, I am so happy right now. Damn. Well done. Well, I think that one was pretty definitive. Valkia's moving up to regain her HP, and she defeated Sigvald in the duel properly this time, without units helping her at least, though he did get some help before. Oh man, well, and now it's time to turn to the reinforcing army because Sigvald's is basically dead. Haven't really been paying attention to our cav too much, but well, as I said, they can be trusted to take care of business. Although they are being a little bit swarmed by the reinforcements. I think our entire army is being swarmed by reinforcements, so there isn't too much that we could do about that. Though I think that unit of Fleshhounds might be in a little bit of trouble. At least in the center here, we're looking pretty good. And Glittering Robe pops up on our units. We may not be using damaging spells, but we can certainly buff our armor even further, because clearly that's necessary. 190 armor on those Skull Crushers at this point. Yeah, diminishing returns are definitely there, but, well, good luck dealing damage to them, to the regular Marauders. So they'll be doing their minimum damage, I take it? Basically. Now we just gotta get some ward save buffs. Yeah, the regular Marauders really shouldn't have tried to run in here. Yeah, there we go. I like this little dark fight with just the eyes of the Skull Crushers, or I guess that's like vents in their armor and stuff like that. And a very slightly dim glow of the eyes of the riders of the Skull Crushers themselves. The first one I meant the Juggernauts, not the Skull Crushers, but there we go. It looks like that enemy army is basically done for. 2/3 of enemies been destroyed, down to 900 out of 3.1k. A few units remain, but not really anything to worry about. It looks like most of the remaining units are actually ones that are on this flank over here, chasing the Swords of Chaos, who have gotten beaten up after fighting lots and lots of units. Otherwise, I do believe the battle is basically done. I'm so happy about that Sigvald death animation, though, damn. Alrighty, and here we go, coming out of these woods now to chase down whatever remains. Not much to speak of with regards to tactics in this particular battle, it was primarily just a blob-on-blob action all over the place, especially in the center wooded area. And while some, cavalry play went on in the background, it wasn't all that interesting. I think Valkia's job this time was the more interesting portion of the battle. Though we certainly slaughtered quite a lot of units in the center there, and we gotta still give props to Cormac and our Sorcerer for leading that. Speaking of the Sorcerer, what's he at now? Well, Cormac's still at full health, and the Sorcerer has nearly reached his healing cap after all that, though he didn't do too much damage because he kind of stayed in the center of his army. It's gonna be interesting to see whether we want to keep him on the mount or whether we want to put him on the War Shrine later. Look, he does look nice like this. It really depends on whether we want to have both a War Shrine of Khorne and a regular War Shrine as well. And oh look, Valkia's chasing down the enemy lord now. I guess Sigvald wasn't enough. I assume she can't get the fly and slam down with spear animation when she's killing a running away unit. I think she just kills him by taking his skull. Perfect. I'm surprised that Valkia doesn't have an animation where she, for example, rips off, like, somebody's head and, takes the head and the skull, or, like, attaches it to her belt or something like that. That would feel appropriate. Although, wait, now that I think about it, that would be difficult because she's holding a spear in one hand and she has her demon shield in the other hand. Nah. Alrighty, well, regardless, the battle is done and we are victorious. Our losses, not too bad, all things considered, especially considering the amount of enemies we fought and the fact that our army was a little bit damaged going in. We should be able to heal this just fine. I think the only loss might have been a Fleshhound unit that became banished. It's the liability with demonic units. They get too badly beat up and then they disappear. Alrighty, close victory for us, but a glorious and earned one at that. I would really love to get the bloody trait from mass casualties on Valkia, although it's proving kind of difficult to actually suffer sufficient casualties in order to get that trait. We'll see if we can achieve it over time. The auto-resolve has, generally speaking, a better chance of giving you that. But anyway. Ah, glorious, glorious slaughter. I would really like to think that Khorne has approved of this episode. So many battles, Valkia personally dueling Sigvald and Malus, and probably as close to one-on-one duels as the AI is liable to allow. So, yeah, victorious against both, and two armies at the same time. Very, very nice. I don't think we're going to replenish. Let's just keep gathering that favor and those souls, though I am sad about those poor Fleshhounds of Khorne, but what can you do? Sacrifice those captives, especially since we get bonuses for doing so. And then these armies are going to move away. Will we still be able to catch up to them? And if we have to pick one, interesting. Gleaming Pennant for Valkia. Oh, there's the Chaos Warshrine. Hey, the Soul of Damnation. Hell Cannon. Swell.
Valkia the Bloody.
Now that we are missing a Chaos Doggo, we could in theory grab the Soul of Damnation, though it doesn't quite feel right for a Khornate army, though now I'm just realizing there are throwing axes, which are ranged weapons, on the Marauder Horsemen of Khorne, so that's kind of iffy as well. We could also chase down Gorequeen, which is what remains of Sigvald's army, and draw out the garrison and stuff of the Fetid Catacombs, although I think that this will be an auto-resolve as well. Well, it's more money and XP. Yeah, just auto-resolve all this to death. Oh, and another 5k. And you know what? This we can use to heal up. Also, Gleaming Pennant you can go to, it doesn't really matter who. Let's say that the last remaining doggos. Yeah, let's do this. Just a little bit of heals, and we could actually sack this if we wanted to as well. Since we're nearby, and we need to sack stuff to get to the, oh, why are you coming here, Bellacore? Are you at war with anybody here?
The harbinger.
You're at war with Khorne and Worldwalkers, so no. I would like to fight you, though. Send Valkia up your way. We could also get you, and probably, you know what? Go after this first.
My wrath,
And I'll resolve this.
unrelenting murder.
Unrelenting murder, indeed. Alrighty, and get a little bit more healing, I think. Ooh, and you two leveled up. Oh, yes. Yes, that is very nice. You know what? Get the tiny bit of
Chains
healing.
are all the weak deserve.
And you can still reach this, so... Assault Expert, very nice. Assault Expert as well. Yeah. I don't think there's a better way to get Khorne's approval than what we've had going on here. Fetid Catacombs, ooh, wait, if we sack you, these guys are gonna take it. Although, you're not defended right now anyway. We really need to get these guys vassalized immediately. Yeah, I really kind of do regret vassalizing this little Slaaneshi faction. But we could get frickin' Slaaneshi units from them by building them up later. I guess these guys don't necessarily need everything here. Anyway, let's just quickly sack this place. Not a lot of money, but it's something.
It matters not from whence the blood
There we go,
flows.
and then you can... Ooh, wow, you're maxed out in terms of bloodletting as well.
Nothing
There we go,
stops us.
and... too bad we can't go to our own territory. It would have been nice. Oh well. Next time, as we are obviously over time, and I am going to call it, we are going to apply the bunch of points that we got for Valkia, who's already achieved quite a lot. We're going to take the Silver Tower Sorcerers and possibly Blood Mountain on the way, A, to heal, and B, to see whether iron is actually worth our time. Then afterwards we will proceed down to the Twisted Towers. Most likely in addition to that, and I'm hoping, just by the looks of this, that Alethanar is going to attack. Maybe we'll summon the Hell Cannon here, but it would be nice to actually fight a defensive siege for once. Other than that, we will continue as we are, and hopefully get even more unrelenting murder. So stay tuned for it. Don't forget to leave a like and comment for your friendly neighborhood heretic. All glory to the algorithm. And thanks for watching.
Sweet, sweet murder.
Exactly.